everybody. I'd like to call to order a special meeting of the Board of Public Works for November 25th, 2024. Roll call.
Val Gomez,
Present.
Weena Guzman, James Portalatin.
Present.
Okay, next we come to the minutes of the regular meeting of November 14th, 2024. I'd like to make a motion to accept as written.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have no correspondence. We'll move on to the first item on the new business. That is the Lazario Companies. This is the entrance to City Hall. Let me get this here. No, wait a minute. Yep, Lazario. Okay, do you have that one? The first one, I think I left that downstairs.
It's for a door replacement,
Yeah,
replacements.
okay. Now, this concerns the front entrance here at City Hall and the side entrance. We've been having problems with both doors for a while. They weren't closing properly, they weren't locking. Public Works finally, they actually talked to three companies, and they were having issues because it's not only the doors, it's also the foundation. It's bent around, so it's been hard to fix them. And if anybody in this building, you've seen the problems we had with handicap doors and all that.
Yes.
So this company, Lazzaro, out of 5880 Broadway, Maryville, they gave us a proposal, and the total is for $28,998. And for adding the work on the two single doors off the main entrance, $8,450.
So, there's just one proposal? Is it because it's a
It's because
special,
they've been working on it already.
it's a special,
They've actually been working on it for a while, so I think, in fact, I'm going to talk to Jalen about getting that sole proprietary form because of the previous work,
okay.
so we could get it on that thing. Okay. It spells out in the proposal everything they're going to do, along with the removing the exterior, the demo work and everything. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
No. So it'll be $37,448 for the total.
Right, the total?
Yeah.
Yeah, you add the $29,998 and the $8,450. That's for those other two doors on the side.
Okay.
Does that come out to, how much?
37,448.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
No.
Maybe no further questions or comments. I'd like to make a motion. We accept Lazzaro's company's proposal for Public Works for repairing the East Chicago City Hall, both doors on both entrances on the south end.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from the Bug Guy. This is from Public Works. This is a proposal from the Bug Guy. It is, sorry. It is for animal control, police department, jail, and public courts. The annual amount is $2,520. The monthly amount is for $210. This is for spraying for insects and baiting for mice at all these locations once per month. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving pest control service agreement with Public Works for animal control, PD, and the public courts.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Verizon. This is for Public Works. This is for the GPS system. We do have a letter from Jalen Johnson. Dear Mr. President, attaches the 2025 contract proposal for Verizon Connect for the Chicago Vehicle GPS system in the amount of $66,067.80. This system is used for location services and tracking of Chicago vehicles and equipment. which is utilized across the board by all city departments. We ask approval for this proposal so we continue with this helpful service. I believe this is, we've had this for several years now, and I believe every vehicle in the city has a GPS tracking system.
Yes.
I didn't realize it was this much. But,
Wow.
and it is for January 1st to 25 to December 31st, 25. Yep. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve Verizon Connect's proposal for the GPS system for all the city Chicago vehicles.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we move to additional comments for EC diesel emissions. No vote is needed for this. This is informational. Last meeting, we approved the agreement which the mayor signed. And this is basically a agreement whereby BP is giving the city $1 million to get rid of 4 diesel vehicles. It's a program that involves 4 cities along the lakefront, and each city gets so much. And they have to do is get rid of 4 vehicles. They can't auction them off. They have to actually destroy them and replace them with environmentally friendly vehicles. So last meeting, what was missing was the steps that's involved. So it's that second page back there that spells out the entire program, how it works. We just had the 2-page signed agreement, but here it goes into detail. Are there any questions or comments on this additional information?
No.
Okay.
No.
As I said, no motion necessary. We're just for information. Okay, next we have the Mechanical Concepts. We have the fall and spring startup for the heating and cooling systems. We have 2 proposals. One is includes 8 locations: Mayor's Office, City Hall, Public Safety, Central Fire Station 2 and 4 and 5, and Animal Control. This one is for the heating section, it's $18,030. For the cooling section, it's $13,370. So when it's the fall startup, they would start up the heating and system and check them out. In the spring, they would set up the cooling system. The second one for Mechanical Concepts, it's for the same thing. This one it's for 11 locations: Heritage Hall, Unity Hall, Betsy Owens, Roxana Center, Markstown Center, Park Administration Building, Wood Greenhouse, Washington Park Garage, Kosciuszko Park Garage, MacArthur Golf Course, Carnegie Hall, and MLK Center, cooling only. This one for these 11 locations is $19,450 for the heating part and $14,010 for the cooling. Any questions or comments on these 2 proposals for Mechanical Concepts?
No.
No. They have the total price on that. I don't know if you see it there. The first one, 1 through 8, is
Oh, yeah.
$31,400.
Mm-hmm. And the second one is, the total one for the first one was $31,400. Second is $33,460.
Okay.
No other questions or comments?
No.
There being no other questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to approve both of these proposals for fall and spring startups on heating and cooling for locations 1 through 8 on the first one and locations 1 through 11 on the second one.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next we have for Thomas Irrigation, we have the proposal to maintain the long sprinkler systems at the following locations for 2025. We have 2 proposals with 2 different sets of locations. The first one includes the Mayor's Office, City Hall, Health Department, Fire Department, and Police Department. These 5 locations, the startup estimate is $1,525. The winterized estimate is $825, and this is for the sprinkler system. The second one has 9 locations, also for lawn sprinkler systems. It includes Roxana Park, Todd Park, Washington Park, Utility Plaza, Block Stadium, Kenny Lofton Park, Lakefront Park, George Park, East Chicago Marina. and this estimate is $3,900 for startup, and the winterizing is $2,200. Are there any questions or comments on these two proposals for lawn sprinkler maintenance?
Yes, I don't know if you noted that, but on both of them, individually, they say not to exceed $10,000.
Oh, we have a not to exceed?
Yes.
I missed that.
That's right on the,
Oh, that little yellow thing right there? Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you for pointing that out.
okay.
But that's for necessary repairs or any adjustments to the sprinkler system that they'll cover for work?
I think
Oh,
it's
so
just for
it
everything.
has almost like a separate proposal, like James says. If there's any issues, there's a not to exceed.
Not to exceed, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And two, just to strike out late fees of 5% will be applied after 30 days.
I'll talk to Jay, I'll circle that. I think they're probably aware of it because we've had them for about 5 years now. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's just
we've had-
probably just a standard form.
Yeah, they tend not to forget to take it out. Okay, next we have from Divine Landscaping. They are asking for an increase to their previous
did-
contract.
Did
Oh,
we,
did
did
we
we
get
vote
that?
on this one?
I don't think
All
we
in favor?
voted, do we?
Hmm?
I don't think we voted on it. Do we?
Oh, the Thomas one?
Yes.
That's 'cause James interrupted me. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Thomas Irrigation, for the two proposals, any questions or comments?
None.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Thomas Irrigation's two proposals for sprinkler systems at the two locations.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, next we do have a letter from Jalen Robinson, our East Chicago Public Works Director. Board of Works attached their landscape contract for the year 2024 with the vendor Divine Landscape. We are requesting to increase select vendor for the last end of the year funds. Please see the list below in regards to the amount of vendor. Divine Landscaping has the account number. They started at $105,000. They wish to increase it by $24,000. And he does include the landscape contract along with this. Are there any questions or comments?
Frank.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion. We accept Public Works request to increase Divine Landscaping's previous contract in the amount of $24,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to the Water Department funding. We have 4 funding requests, and for the record, these have been approved by the Board of Waterworks already. We are here at our meeting approving the funding from other city funds, and in this case, all 4 are from our LDA fund. The first one is from Bozak Ford. The amount is $2,550. Location, 3455 Pennsylvania. Division filtration. Work type, Boss Plow Bracket Prep. And it was approved 11/18/2024. Second one is North Harbor Equipment. Amount is $6,221.68. Is 3455 Pennsylvania. Location. Division is filtration again. Work type is for 2024 F-250 pickup unit number 7583. And that's from the LDA fund, and it is also from 11/18/2024, approved by the Water Board. Next is Augustgen Electric, amount of $7,415. Location 3455 Pennsylvania. Division filtration. Work type, chlorine-free chlorine analyzers. It is from the LDA fund. It was approved by the Water Board at 12/2/2024. Last one is from Bozak Ford again. Amount is $1,560. Location 3455 Pennsylvania. Filtration division. This one is for a 2024 F-250 maintenance plan from the LDA fund, and it was approved on 12/2/2024 by the Water Board. The total is $17,746.68. Any questions or comments on these requests for funding?
No.
No.
No? There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to approve the aforementioned request for funding from the Water Department from the LDA Fund.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have a donation check. This is from Cleveland Cliffs. There's a little explanation that goes with this check. This check is for $25,000 from Cleveland Cliffs. There was a mistake made when it was supposed to go to special events, but they made it out to to Parks and Recreation Department. The check was returned to Cleveland Cliffs, and they said for us to return it, they would reissue it. And they did reissue it, but they reissued it to the same department, Parks and Recreation. So when we called them this time, we said we were going to deposit it into the general fund, and we will make the transfer from general fund parks to special events. And that's why it's before us, because special events falls under the Board of Public Works. And so we just needed to explain at a board meeting what occurred, and because I send the check back for a third time, and get the same time they've been waiting for it.
I thought they sent us another check.
No, it's wishful thinking there. But so just to clear this whole thing up, because they've been waiting a while for this check. So any questions or comments on this?
Just to say thank you to Cleveland Cliffs for the generous donation.
I think we thanked them twice already. But, so there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion on behalf of special events. We accept the check for $25,000 from Cleveland Cliffs.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next we have for special events. This is for this is from the company Midwest Event Solutions. This is for they're already doing this ahead of time. It's for Fusic Fest. This is the company. It's another company that does the stage backline. And the amount is for setting up the stages at Fusic Fest is $31,300. I did speak with a special events member, Natalie. She said that the price had gone up and they will be seeing if they could find somebody different for next year. But right now it's kind of a specialized thing for our location. Any questions or comments?
None.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Midwest Event Solutions proposal for stage setup at Fusic Fest for $31,300.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from the Building Department, this is from J&M Industrial Services. We have change orders for 3823 Butternut and 3827 Butternut. 3823 Butternut, the change order is due to higher costs of fuel and waste disposal. Property was bid out in October of 2023. The amount of increase is $4,465. For 3027, the reason is also the same, the raise in costs in material and services, and the increase for 3827 is $5,757.00. And this is for increase of fuel and waste disposal costs. Are there any questions or comments on these two change orders?
No.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the two aforementioned change orders from J&M Industrial Services for our building department.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, now we come to outstanding invoices. It's been a past practice. I'll read every one, then we'll make a motion at the end for all of them. Okay, the first one is from STM Enterprises. It's for the building department. They have one late invoice dated 8/22/2024 for the amount of $1,363.50. Explanation: vendor tried to collect vendor tried to collect from insurance company for a board up that we ordered due to a fire. Collection was not successful from the insurance company. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, next one is from Safe Life. This is from the Safe Life Defense. This is from the police department. They have one late invoice dated 6/25/23. The amount is $436.57. Explanation, please excuse this late invoice. It was emailed to an employee and it is no longer employed with the East Chicago Police Department. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
None.
Okay, next one is with the fire department. It is from St. Mary Medical Center. They have one late invoice dated 7/1/24. The amount is $6,000. Explanation, never received invoice, was sent to the wrong personnel. Any questions or comments on this one?
None.
None.
Okay. Okay, next one is also from the fire department. It is for G&L Auto Parts. Late date for the invoice is 7/19/24. The amount is $40.80. Explanation, never obtained the invoice,
Excuse me.
so the invoice was never obtained. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
None.
And we have another one for the fire department. This one is from Chicago Communications. They have a late invoice dated 8/23/24, and invoice amount is $110. Explanation, did not receive from the vendor, sent to the wrong personnel. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
None.
Okay. Next we have, also from the fire department, this with Cintas. Late invoice dated 8/9/24. Invoice amount $120.91. Explanation, was never received from Station 2. I believe the invoice was never received from Station 2. Any questions or comments on this one?
None.
No.
Okay, then we have from engineering department, this is from late invoice from Hitchcock Design. Date is 8/31/24, amount is $12,900. Explanation, engineering department received the invoice late, services have been rendered, and invoice should be processed. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay. Next we have from the courts, and it is from vendor Staples. We have 6 invoices, one from 11/25/2023, and the rest are from 3/26/2024, 4/25/2024, 8/24/2024, another 8/24/2024, and the last one is 8/24/2024. Total amount is $238.46. Explanation is the past due invoice is due to invoice not received in mail, and the credits were not applied to the account balance. Any questions or comments on this one?
None.
Okay. Next one is from the police department. It is with Star Uniform. They have 2 late invoices, one dated 8/30/24. That's for $342.69, and one for 8/31/24 for $121, for a total of $462.69. Explanation, please excuse these late invoices. They were not submitted to the service division in a timely manner. Any questions on that one?
None.
None.
Okay, next we have, this one is from redevelopment. It is for federal protection. Usually redevelopment takes theirs to the commission, but the reason it's here before us because the funds paying this invoice are from the city's seated fund. So their late invoice dated 3/18/2024, amount is $3,508.45. Explanation, invoice was never received original invoice. Okay, any questions or comments on that one?
None.
No.
Okay, that concludes our outstanding invoices. I'd like to make, since there were no questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to accept all the aforementioned late invoices for payment.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have for fire service, a not to exceed of $10,000. Fire Service Incorporated out of St. John was part of the Fire Department's emergency apparatus service policy. They just did not include a not to exceed in when they presented their policy, so they just wished to add to not to exceed of $10,000. Any questions or comments?
None.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion, we accept the fire department's request to add the not to exceed of $10,000 to fire service.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from fire department is also for fire service is additional cost of repairs to engine 2713. We do have a letter from the fire chief. Dear board members, please consider my request to approve of repairs for engine 2713. Fire Service has identified several issues regarding engine 2713. Attached you'll find an estimate, and the total cost to repair is $19,643.25. We have located available funds in the vehicle repair and maintenance account. This is from their own budget. Respectfully, Damon Carpenter, and they do have the list of all the repairs. Any questions or comments on this request for repairs?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I make a motion to approve fire service proposal for repairing engine 2713.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have a request also from fire service to repair rescue 2531. And we have another letter from the chief. Please consider my request to approve repairs for Rescue 2531. Fire Service has identified several issues regarding Rescue 2531. Attached you'll find the estimates and the total cost to repair is $10,661.83. We have located available funding in our vehicle repair and maintenance account. And he does have a list of all the items. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Fire Services request for repair of Rescue 2531.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, this is from McQueen Emergency. This is for additional repairs to truck 2522 from the fire department. Letter from the chief, please consider my request to approve repairs at truck 2522. McLean Emergency has identified a major issue regarding truck 2522. Attached you'll find the estimate, and the total cost to repair is $63,916.83. The funding is also from their repair and maintenance of equipment from their own budget. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
None.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve McQueen Emergency's proposal for the repair of truck 2522.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have a donation check from Ameristar Casino. This is for the fire department. Letter from the chief. Ameristar Casinos award the Chicago Fire Department a $1,000 donation in support of our annual programs this year. These funds will be used for services for our future fire programs. Please let the submission show a record of the Chicago Fire Department acceptance of these funds. And this is from Ameristar. Any questions or comments on this donation?
None.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to approve the acceptance of this donation to the fire department from Ameristar for $1,000.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, next we come to Resolution 2024-37, a resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the purchase of bus stop shelters. Time for a drink. Whereas the city's public transit authority is in need of new and/or additional bus stop shelters, and whereas IC 522-10 authorizes the Board of Public Works acting as the city's purchasing agency to make special purchases without soliciting bids or proposals, and whereas 522-1013 authorizes the board to award a contract where there is only one source for the supply, and the board determines in writing there is only one source for the supply. Whereas the city did solicit competitive quotes and proposals from manufacturers of this equipment, and Tolar product is the sole source for the product needed and desired by the city, and is the most competitively priced product available. Therefore, be resolved that the purchase of these shelters described in the attached proposal for the price of $277,328 is justifiable special purchase method as described herein. Certified and adopted by the Board of Public Works of the City of Chicago on this 25th day of November 2025. And before us, we have our transit director.
Francisco Rosado Jr., Director of East Chicago Transit.
So I imagine, Frank, this is to replace all our shelters in the entire city?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And he did submit pictures, and they look pretty nice. Are there any questions or comments?
When are they due to be finalized and installed?
Probably not until the summer.
Summer?
Yeah, once the construction on all the major thoroughfares are done.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
They
no
look
idea how long
nice.
it's going to take for them to manufacture them, but we'll get them up forthwith, as they say, as soon as possible.
And they'll be replacing the...
They'll be replacing our current shelters.
How-
8 of them will have electronic or fiber optic, that is still yet to be determined, advertising panels.
Good.
The remaining 16 will have solar-powered advertising panels.
Okay. The ones on Main and Broadway, those will be replaced as well?
Yes,
Okay.
all the shelters.
Okay.
And these have, you could put advertising on these, right?
Yes, they have an advertising panel. If you've got the picture, it's the
Yeah, it's kinda-
style that's on the bottom with the star on it.
Okay, yeah, they look kind of nice. Any other questions or comments on Resolution 2024-37?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Resolution 2024-37, authorizing the purchase of bus stop shelters.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, next we have, it is also from Bus Transit, and this is from the company Alta Material Handling, and this is for repair of a transit forklift, I believe.
Yes, that's our Healy forklift.
Okay, and the amount is $6,456.29, and they break down all the costs in the proposal. Do you have any questions or comments for our director?
None.
No.
And it is a sole proprietary, he has included the form here.
Yeah, Healy is the authorized repair.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve ALTA Material Handling proposal for Bus Transit for repair of their forklift.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have Resolution
Thank you.
2024-38. This is from the Law Department, is a resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing a modification of the city's contract for legal services with Don Dawkins. Whereas the board previously authorized and approved its contract with Don Dawkins for calendar year 2024, which among other things established a cap for fees in the amount of $50,000. And whereas the board now desires to extend the cap containing that contract by amount not to exceed $15,000. Therefore, be it resolved by the Chicago Board of Public Works that Don Dawkins' contract be modified so as to allow for payment for those services for an additional $15,000, subject to submission of itemized statements approved by the city controller and city council and law department. Any questions or comments?
None.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving resolution number 2024 authorizing the modification to Ms. Dawkins' contract by $15,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Signorama. This is to replace the sign at 4718 in Annapolis. This is for the new sign for our engineering department, which we are sad to see moving out of this building. They are moving down the block, and this is for a sign to put on the new location. And we have a colorful picture of the sign here. Any questions or comments on this proposal? It is for $2,600. No questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Signorama's proposal to replace the sign at 4718 Annapolis Boulevard for our engineering department.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have from Millstone Contractors, 129th Dickey Street, change order number 14. And this change order is a decrease of $127,471.68. It has a list of items that were minused out. There's quite a bit of items here, and the totals that are minused out come up to minus $127,471.68. The contract before the minus was $3,510,839.36. After this change order, it is now $3,383,367.68. Any questions or comments on this change order?
None.
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve Milestone Contractors change order, was it 14? Change order 14 for 129th and Dickey Road resurfacing.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have right-of-way applications. Board of Public Works permit applications number 24-04875 through 24-04876. Any questions or comments on these Board of Public Works permit applications?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the aforementioned permit applications.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. I believe that concludes our new business. We have no other business unless I missed something. No?
No.
Okay, our next regular meeting will be Thursday, December 12th, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. That concludes all our items on the agenda for tonight. I'd like to make a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That was good. Just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.